When I was younger, my boys had this thing called the starting five. The basketball. You have your point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and every woman they dated had a different position and played a different position. One you may only go out to dates with. One you may travel with. One you're having sex with. One you could take around the family. One you're playing cards with. They all knew about each other. And guess what? They all competed because they knew about each other. And everyone had a role. My opinion. And it worked.
And I'm not gonna lie. I had at one point in my life I had that. Um, that's not to say like it was a good thing. I think you learn from it. There's people who still do it to this day and they benefit from it in their own way. The biggest thing though is obviously if you have that level of communication with all those women and they know this, then that obviously makes things a lot easier and you're playing on fair ground. There's a blurred line between the people who know that and the people who don't know that, right? There's always that issue because no one wants to deal with the drama of five women who don't know about each other, and you're talking to all of them, right? Nobody wants to deal with that kind of drama.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of men that get a thrill off of that, and it's irritating. It's very irritating because I find it from the women's perspective. Unfortunately, I made a status, I think was it last year or the year before last. Matter of fact, yeah, it was probably the year before last before I had got in my last relationship where I said, yeah, I'm dating all of y'all. I'm not sleeping with y'all, but let's see who the last man standing. And pretty much like my inbox was just crazy because a lot of men just didn't agree. It was like, oh, why you talking to so many niggas? And then like it was just unnecessary crap. And it was just kind of like, but you're not even in the top 5. So what are you even on my job for? But that's just me. I
Well, and you know
it's so weird
but see that's the problem too because
if we're dating so many people at once, we gotta be sleeping with everybody. It's just kind of weird. Like, why can't I really just have options?
okay, so let's talk about this now from a man's point of view. Yeah, you brought it there, so we got to go there. From a man's point of view, if a woman's talking to 5 men, she's sleeping with one of them. That's just from a man's point of view. Whether she is or she isn't, the probability.
But then at that point, that can't really be considered dating at that if you already done gave up the coochie.
But see, the problem is women don't say that, right?
Because that's just my side piece. That's not. He can't really be in the.
So let's bring up this fact. There's been plenty of conversations that I've had with women.
The call when I need to get right.
Let's bring this up. So there's been plenty of conversations that I've had with women, and it's been on the lines of, oh, okay, yeah, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to them, and they may say like, oh, I'm not sleeping around, but I know they are because you can tell in a woman's. Okay, if you're experienced enough, right? If you're experienced enough as a man, you can tell a woman's body language whether or not she's actually sleeping with somebody. But see, that comes from experience.
I can't agree with that. I can't. Because if a woman is in her true femininity and she just has a natural sensual aura, I could be celibate for all you know. I just like being in that energy. I like that.
A real man.
I'm going to do certain things that I know that's going to get you turned on because I'm just that girl.
A real man's going to know. Franklin, I need you to hop in.
I can't agree with that.
I need you to hop in and back the statement up for me.
I'm sorry, I can't agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with John. I agree. I agree. A man is going to know, again, at least I'm going to know. I'm not going to say every man, but I'm going to know.
Y'all think it's a sixth sense? Like, they say, women's intuition. Y'all got that men's intuition.
Okay, before you get started, Franklin, if you've been around this woman long enough and you've had enough conversations and you've been able to learn her body language, learn her cadence, learn who she is and her femininity, you'll know not maybe the exact moment, but you'll know very fast if she's sleeping with someone or if she starts sleeping with someone while you're talking to her. Go ahead, Franklin.
Okay, so what?
I,
Oh, no, go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
no, I agree. I agree with Jay. You would know it. To me, when I'm dating, I have a policy: out of sight, out of mind. I want your undivided attention when you're with me, but when you're not with me, I don't give a damn what she do. That's just
And
me. Now,
that's how it should be.
that's dating. Now, relationship is different. Dating, I don't care what you do outside of me. Now, if you're sleeping with somebody else, if we're having unprotected sex, I just assume that please have protected sex. So I'm not going to
Right.
put myself out there with dating somebody like that typically, but I want the person to be protected if I'm going to be unprotected. Other than
I
that,
can't wait till we talk about that. I can't wait till we talk about
yeah.
that one.
Otherwise, I don't give a damn what you do. Now, I have a trick for you men out there. When a woman does want to have sex, say no. Just say no. Like, just say no. She's going to want it more. Now, in my opinion, this is just me. This is just my skill.
Because y'all naturally easy. Y'all be talking about women, but y'all naturally easy.
Easy. You're right. Easy. But if you have, again, me personally, if I'm dating 3 women at the same time, I don't have to have sex with all 3. I'm gonna have sex with one of them. I can wait for the other 2 because I already got something. So I can hold off for a little bit. And the more I hold off on you, the more you want me now. Now, when that time comes, I'm gonna lay the pipe down. I'm gonna put in that work.
Okay, so are you at that point, if you are sleeping with one, is she no longer in the competition with other 2, like because she gave it up?
She's still
Or are you
no.
still considering her
Yeah,
because you're sleeping with her?
she's still on the roster. She's still on the roster. She's still on the salary cap. She under the salary cap. She's still on the roster. She good. Now
Okay,
she
she's not
can't get
breaking.
cut, but she can get cut. She fuck up. I will cut her. I'll put her on a 10-day contract, and after that, finito. You cut.